We're back in the Redneck Garage. And today we are working on headlights again. Now, those of you with a long memory of the Redneck Garage will remember, gosh, Larry, wasn't it just a little while ago we were working on this headlight because it wasn't working? And the other one was. Well, that's true. And we did a little poking around and did some redneck hot wiring and got the whole thing to work. Well, now this one is working, but that one is not. And so I'm done some poking around. Not the same problem at all, but I do think with a little bit of redneck hot wiring, we should be able to fix the problem and get this one working again. And hopefully save, I don't know, hundreds, whatever. I don't know what it would cost to go to a mechanic and try to diagnose all this. It's a really weird problem. Okay, I got the low beams jumpered. It's open right now. Just going to do a little test. Got it away from everything. Let's see if it works or if we blow a fuse. We have lights on one side. We still don't have lights over here. Okay, well that ain't it. This has proven to be a fairly complex project here. And basically, I think it's a couple of busted wires. And I have tracked down that this is the back of the fuse box here, where this is the place here where that alligator clip is, and my testing lead for the right side headlights. And out the back of it comes this series of orange wires here, and this pair goes to the right side here. It comes down along here, down through here. Pigtail comes up this way, and then one goes over to the left side too. But I don't read continuity between here and here. So, and what I've discovered, I peeled back some of this wire harnessing material, and boy, does it look gross and corroded in there. So it could be that's the culprit, working on the wires even through the insulation. Maybe look at all that garbage in there. Okay, so I've peeled back quite a bit of the wiring conduit here to expose the wires, and I've found the problems. There are spots where there was so much corrosion stuff in here, battery type terminal corrosion stuff built up in here, and I don't know if that's what caused it or not, but you get all this puffiness. This wire even broke. It had so much garbage going on inside. So I have about 5 or 6 wires that appear to be damaged, that I just need to cut a section out and run jumpers across here. And I should be back in business. But what caused that, I don't know. Does anybody know what and it was, you know, inside this conduit, just with that white, powdery, chalky, gunky kind of corrosive stuff. All right, I have my first jumper soldered in here, from here up to here, and I got about 8 to go. So just like we're back with 16 jumpered wires now, with little pieces soldered in between to eliminate the bad parts, hopefully. And here's what came out of there. Some of those look quite bad, like that. Others probably aren't compromised yet, but I thought, well, probably won't be long. So as long as I'm in here, I just cut all the bad parts. We're all buttoned up here. The fuse box is back together. The battery's back in, cross brace is there. It is time for the acid test. Let's give it a whirl. Step back here and see what happens. Ta-da! Looks like we got lights on both sides. Got them there, woohoo! All right. And we got brights on both sides too. Super! So, another job successfully done at the Redneck Garage, although I must admit I thought I was defeated there along the way, trying to find that. I cannot imagine what that might have cost me at a regular mechanic to get fixed. And I think once they found it, they probably would have wanted to replace the whole wiring harness. Just all the wiring. Which, if I was going to keep the car for another 20 years, would be a good idea, but we really think of this as probably another 2 to 4 year car. So I think my little Band-Aid solution ought to keep us going that long. Speaking of how long we keep this car, something new popped up in the garage yesterday, which may impact that. We've been kind of keeping a slow eye out for a replacement for this, in no particular hurry. I think it's probably got a good another 50 or 60,000 to go. So yeah, 2-3 years, 4 maybe. But we thought, well, if we see something, we'll pick it up, and maybe we'll just park it for a while. We'll see. It's a 2004 with 68,000 miles on it. Just about where I like to get them. That's where we got this one, was about 67,000. So, and it's up around 152 now. So we've put about 85,000 miles on it in 5 years or so, maybe 6, and yeah, 6 I think. So we've gotten darn good use out of that, and we hope to be able to say the same about this. This one has a couple of quirks to fix, nothing big, minor stuff, and so I'll probably take you along for the ride when I do that. And now the poor truck got booted outside. Oh, how rude! Poor old truck.
I don't know where my collection
Merry Christmas,
Right here.
everybody.
I know where your collection
I think
is.
it's here, isn't it?
That's cute.
Is it a moose?
It's a moose with some
All right.
goodies in it. Warm.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yep, that's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. This is going to be excellent wedding decorations.
Welcome back to the Redneck Winery. And today we are finishing up, we have just finished up our apple wine, which I thought I had finished up about 10 days ago. But it had kind of a bad odor to it, kind of like rotten eggs or sulfur. And I looked that up, and I guess that can be pretty common for homemade wine. And so what we've been doing is I degassed it, which is this is my homemade degasser. And then the other thing that you do, I had a little house wiring left over from previous projects. They said you stick some copper in it. So I stripped all the insulation off and cleaned it up, sanitized it, let it soak overnight, and that's supposed to, the copper is supposed to attract remaining sulfites out of the wine, and it ends up, it tastes and smells pretty good now. So we're going to move this into storage. It's done, and then we're going to start into the blush. By the way, our first wine out of the gate was the red blend, if you remember. We have served that now in the last 10 days or so on several occasions, having friends over or going over to other places for the holidays, and it's getting pretty dang good reviews. I'm impressed. So apparently we're doing okay. Well, let's check in and see what we got here. Up front, we have our white grape blend. And as you can see, it didn't get terribly clear. This is the wine here. But we can tell it's the white grape. And in the back is what we call our blush grapes. They actually have a different name, but they're a real pretty pink grape. They make a pink grape juice. Now, it wouldn't be the Redneck Winery without the use of some mason jars. And I'll have you know, we are well represented here. We have Ball, Atlas, and Kerr. And so we will not actually, as you can tell, we will not be canning them. We're just screwing lids down tight and calling that good. And that's what we're doing, and we'll pretty much put those away from here. Let most of it age. This one here I'll probably be finishing right away since it's got a lot of headroom to it. The rest we'll put away. Well, I've been working all afternoon, so it's time to get after this. It's not bad. So, worth the effort. We might try doing this again. Not going to win any prizes, but then that's not what we're trying to do. We're just having fun with our grapes. By the way, I forgot to mention, what happens in the basement stays in the basement, right?
Let's let the